This is a plant I bought yesterday, a beautiful small Neoregelia, and let's just see how closely we can focus in on those flowers. Tremendous. And what I'm considering at the moment is exactly how to grow this and to cultivate this plant. Now, I've already got one Neoregelia and a much larger one, and it looks like this. And if I just take it out of this vase, you can see that this plant has very, very limited roots. And in fact, I haven't grown this plant in a soil in a pot for maybe 4 or 5 years. And this plant that you can see here, which is the new one, is an offset of this original where my thumb is. The original is just rotting off now, and you could say, well, you could cut that off, but if I cut it off, all the nutrients will be lost for the new plant. And what we've got there growing is a stolon. That's how an offset, and the short stem that the offset has is a stolon. And as you can see, this plant is growing perfectly happily without any soil at all. And the reason it's doing that is because I'm filling the vase here with water and with a bit of fertilizer in it regularly. And there are sufficient trichomes in that vase for the plant to grow successfully. I'm going to put it in here now. Now, this plant, as you can see, is a good deal smaller. It's a Neoregelia, and I'd expect it to behave in the same way. But what I'm not sure about is what to do with these roots here, and in the pot. And I haven't taken it out of the pot because I don't want to disturb the roots. But if you think about it, I've tried putting water in these vases here, and really they're too small to hold much water. So I'm concerned that the plant will simply not get enough water. And if I water the pot, then there's a risk of the roots rotting because they only want to be hold-fast roots. Now, you can see those roots there that are developing on this offset. The stolon is much longer on this plant as well, as you can see. So we've got a great plant here, but I want to grow it properly and make sure that we do exactly the right thing for it. And one of the things I could do is take the example of this Tillandsia here. This is Tillandsia flabellata. Now, if you look at it, it's much grayer. It's got a much greater covering of trichomes. It's actually decided to grow itself some roots, but it doesn't need them really. They're hold-fast roots, but where I grow it, there's no need for it to have roots. And I soak this in a bucket of water, often with some fertilizer, for once or twice a week, but in these hot summer days, twice a week. But I'm wondering what the possibility is to treat the Neoregelia, this new one, in the same way as that Tillandsia flabellata. And that would involve depotting it, extracting all the soil from the roots, and soaking the whole plant in water once or twice a week. I've never done that with a Neoregelia before, and I think it could be a bit risky. So what I would really ask you is for your advice on what you would do. Thank you for looking at this video, and I'd certainly appreciate your advice on the best thing to do, considering that this is a Neoregelia. It's got fewer trichomes than the Tillandsias have. It wouldn't be able to soak up water effectively, and it might not be good for the plant to be soaked in water. So I'd be very interested to hear what any of you have to say about this, and I'll take any comments into consideration. So many thanks.